Hi guys, Tracy in Australia, and I've popped in with another journal share or another project share. This is my 4th tag book and I am totally loving these, and I'm going to do another one. So as previously stated, these are based on a tutorial by Mare Lilac Pages, and these are the dimensions of the pages that I created. You make 3 pages, they act as a trifold, and then you use fabric or rings or whatever you want to bind them. So this is sari silk. It's actually a bit paler in person than it's looking on the screen there. And you can see I've used lots of different elements. I love the layering look. So this one is slightly Marie Antoinette or rococo in theme, and I love how it turned out. The pocket on the front is made from various doily pieces. There's a little bit of lace there, and then very old tulle from a wedding dress that I have, a vintage wedding dress. And then I've added a flat back and then this gorgeous, really sparkly flat back. So the first tag is held in place by this cute little bird paper clip, and just let you have a look at the collaging that I did. This is the process that I really love. So lots of different scraps. This is a commercial piece. This was a little torn piece from a digital, an old book page, paper doily, a sticker from a Kaiser Craft pack. This was a digital that I purchased and then used throughout. You can see those flowers up there. I'll leave a link in the description box for that, from ShabbyArtBoutique. And then rather than stenciling with texture paste, which I did on a lot of the others, I've actually used embossing powder, and this is a Tim Holtz stamp, and I use that throughout this little book. Okay, so here's the tag that goes into that front pocket. Again, collaged, embossed, and I have used gesso. This is a heavily dyed piece of lace, and I just really like that. It's so grungy, but I like the contrast. This was a printable. I will leave the link to that in the description box. MyFantasyDecor, I think, and it's Rococo Ladies. I'll pop that onto quite a heavy piece of card, and that just pops in there. This is a very heavy glassine, which is really nice. I like that. On the back, there's a little pocket as well, and I just popped some little pieces in there. So this is the back of that first page. Again, the glassine, and this was a photo that I found on Pinterest of a piece of Rococo style or Baroque style furniture, and again, all lightly gessoed, and I love how that came out. So just a little commercial piece. This I just printed out twice because I used it in the previous journal, and so I thought that just looked cute in there. And then this is printed onto glossy photo paper, and it's actually a photo of some fabric from the 1700s, and the woman who created it was Marie Antoinette's dresser. She did a lot of her clothing, and so it's in some museum, I can't remember which one, and I just thought that, yeah, it was a nice little touch, a modern photo of something so old. And then I just added some pieces up the top to give that a little bit of drama. Okay, so this is my hang tag that I made. I've made one of these for all of the tag books, and I used a little bit of lace on this one rather than the gessoed muslin. Very fine little paper doily, brad, don't know whether you can see that, fleur-de-lis, and then that goes over the tab. So rather than hanging that over a page, I'm just floating that one. So this is the middle page. So that's the front and that's the back. And I created a pocket with a piece of lace from an old shirt, or an old little jacket it was. This is part of an applique from a wedding dress, and then this very long piece of doily. I love this. That you can see that I carefully collage. I had that as a focal point, and then I've done the embossing there. This is a photo of, or a reprint of a painting, a rococo painting. So of the details of just the dress, no head. I like that. Okay, this is from Stamperia or Stamperia corset, and I've added the paper, roses, butterfly, and then a bit of fluffy up the top. So this I had lots of fun doing. This is actually a drawing of a headdress that Marie Antoinette had created, and there's a ship on the top of that. Can you believe that? And then the hair is rolled to be like waves. Imagine wearing that. It's just so completely over the top. So I made a completely over the top card. Yeah, so lightly gessoed to kind of blend those two, and I just love how that turned out. So you can see why I say it opens up to be a trifold. Love this. That's actually, again, another photo from a museum of some authentic 1700 shoes. Little tag with a pocket. I chose this because of the damask, and then popped in a couple of commercial pieces. So I had this on my desk, and it's embossed card, and it had French script on it. And then I layered that onto this piece because I liked the dots, and put it onto, backed it with some brown paper. And then when I was embossing, I did a crown on this blue piece of paper, and I thought, I'm just going to make that into a secret little writing space. And obviously the crown is, you know, Marie Antoinette. So this is my largest page, and I absolutely love the collaging on this one. And so I created this pocket out of tulle so that it really didn't detract from the collaging. I sewed that down there so it's quite firm, and then along the bottom, and added a small piece of crocheted doily. So I made 2 cards to go in that back pocket. Now this first one, this is from a magazine. I've had it for years and years, absolutely love it. And this was its time to be used. And again, I like that idea of a modern photo of something very old and adding it. It's glossy, and adding it to this tag journal. So this is quite a large tag, and I've used, it's shaped like the one at the front. I've used that really heavily tea-dyed lace. I've added a little pearl dangle here, and I do want to add a couple of other little pieces to that bulb pen, but I haven't quite decided what goes there. So there's some paper doily, and the printable that I've used, and then I've added some little bits of lace and some gold trim and so on around that. So that sits in there. That's probably my favorite one. I love how that one looks. And then on the back, I've made a pocket. I should have put something that holds that down, but I didn't want to cover anything. So I've made a pocket out of lace, added another little bit of lace here, and then I've made a collage on this paper bag, and embossed. And this is one of those Sizzix frames that is a cut and emboss. And then I found a photo of a little girl, a painting of a little girl, and I've printed that out. And it's from the same period, like the 1700s. These were pieces that I thought may have gone into the tag book, but they never made it. So this is actually a very famous painting of Marie Antoinette when she was about 13 or 14. A little piece about, you know, the quill and writing, and it's from the same period. And then I had this card in my stash, and I love that it's damask. I love the colours, and there's a French chair, and so that's just backed with some paper. So that is my 4th tag book.